Use your imagination to manifest anything that you want in your life: abundance, love, friends, family, whatever it is, okay? So, if you don't know who I am, my name is Tyson. This is Owning Purpose. On this channel, we talk about spirituality, we talk about relationships, we talk about reprogramming the mind and living our best motherfucking lives, okay? That is what we do here. And today, we're talking about imagination. So, what the hell is imagination in the first place? So, a lot of people think that imagination is actually fake. Right? Most of the time when you talk about something that's not realistic in the world, most people think you should probably think more realistically and practically about your life. Okay? Now, the thing is that most people don't know that when it comes to manifestation, when it comes to bringing things into your reality and being the whole conscious creator that you is, okay? It's all about imagination. It's all about visualization is what most people say. Now, even though my channel is not a huge law of attraction channel, I talk about a lot of topics that have to do with reprogramming your mind and then asking yourself what you want and then bringing that into your reality and feeling it and knowing it and having faith that you already have what it is that you want. And lately that's been in relationships. So we'll use that as an example. So this whole concept of imagination is actually from the book Neville Goddard. I believe the book is called Imagination Creates Reality, which I've been listening to the audiobook for like the last couple of days. But when we think about relationships, there is a story that he mentions in that book where he talks about the fact that there was a woman that wanted to have a husband at a specific amount of time. And so what she basically did is she bought a ring, okay, and she basically wore it as if she was married. I don't even believe it was like a wedding ring. I think it was like a promise ring or something like that. And she imagined, you know, her husband basically that had proposed to her and she's already married and she's walking around and acting as if she's already married. And she, even when she would go to sleep, she would make space in the bed on like the right side or the left side to make sure that, you know, her husband had space. But in reality, she literally knew that she already was married. And then of course her imagination came into physical reality. So one thing that we can talk about when we talk about the law of assumption, because that is basically aligned to the concept of imagination. When we talk about this law of assumption, or I call it the law of delusion, this is where we can basically set our intentions of what we want. So if you want a relationship right now, and that's what it is that you want, you have to be very, very clear on, okay, I know that I want a relationship. How do I want my relationship to be? Okay, one little secret that I did, girl, I'll sprinkle a little secret that I did. A couple of things that I did was I said that I wanted a partner who was going to be working on their own triggers at the same time as I was, or working on their inner child wounds at the same time as I was, and we would come together and we would be able to work on these things together. I also wanted someone who respected their body, respected their health, right, their sexual health, their physical health, even eating. Okay, I wanted someone who was fun, someone who allowed me to be a childlike self. And I literally envisioned, I didn't even know who this person was. I had a dream one night that it was somebody that was like this, like taller type guy and like with a low cut. It was different little visions that I had over and over and over again. But even though I did not know what this partner and what this person looked like, I knew that it was my divine right. I knew that it was something that I wanted to experience and I was going to experience, and I stood on that. And so I waited and waited and waited and waited, but you know, I was doing stuff and taking care of myself. But the whole point is I kept that imagination, I kept that vision in my head until, you know, it did manifest back in September. So of 2021. So when we talk about imagination and holding that reality, we have to hold it persistently, okay? Because a lot of the times our outside reality or our physical reality, that what we can see with our own physical eyes, will not always register in the brain as, oh, this is working. So for an example, if you're manifesting a partner, and let's say, you know, you want this partner to come into your life in the next 2-3 months, okay, let's just say that, and you don't see that happen in the next 2-3 months, your brain's going to register as, oh, this isn't working. You need to just, you know, cut it out, quit, stop, whatever. But you got to then ask yourself, how bad do you really want this relationship? And if it's toxic, then, you know, please don't, you know, get back into that. But if it's something that's healthy for you, then, and it's something that you've already envisioned and you really wanted in your life, then you can definitely still have it. So this whole concept of using your imagination to manifest your life of abundance, it doesn't just have to be even in relationships. It can even be in money. It can be in friendships. So what type of friendships do you want to see happen in your life? Can you imagine yourself? I've actually had visions of passports with a group of friends that I've been thinking of and envisioning and ingraining in my mind. I've had so many day visions. I always have daydreams all the time. Of different things that I'm doing. Sometimes even when I'm creating videos, I imagine that I'm talking to like hundreds and thousands of people, not just on YouTube, but like in like a whole webinar type situation, because that's literally how I envision my own life. And so the more that you continue to create these imaginations and create these realities for yourself, some people may say that this is delusional for you to be thinking like this, or it's not reality. But the truth is that we are creative beings, right? We can manifest something into existence. Think about something that you wanted a long ass time ago and you have it now. I remember a year ago, I wasn't at 2,000 subs, and now look at where I am now. I think I was at like 500 subs last year. So to see where I was at, and I remember I had written on my vision board that I wanted to have 2,000 by like a specific time last year, and it wasn't at that point yet, but I continued to keep working. I remember when I said I wanted to just have expansion of communities and friends and things like that, and I talk to people every day. And this is just the concept of when you speak something out and you know you deserve it and you know it's aligned with you, and you keep having those day visions and those daydreams or those dreams at night, it's because that is deep in your subconscious mind, and it's something that you know that is not only attainable, but you already got that motherfucker in the bag, okay? So when we talk about this whole concept of assuming, right, when we talk about the law of assumption, assuming is literally just assuming the best out of everything. Okay, so when you assume that something good is going to happen for you today, something good happens. I've even been noticing that a lot of my manifestations, honestly, is just feeling good within me, having a good day because I chose to have a good day, because I spoke out that I wanted to have a good day, and I had a good day. And even instances that I've asked for certain things and wanting certain things in my life, sure, they haven't happened like right there and then. Sometimes they do. But a lot of the times I've noticed that my manifestations are just me feeling good. And because I end up feeling good, because that's what I want to create in my life, I end up seeing good things happen in my day. I end up having peace. You know, one of the things that I said in my room was to have peace at home while I'm still living at home. To have peace in here because some of the things that have been personally going on. And so I continue to keep imagining that, envisioning that, envisioning that, envisioning that. And I'm like, wow, like, shit's not even that crazy as much as I think it is. Now, sometimes I still have my moments, but the whole point is I continue to go right back to what it is that I want every single time, because I know that what I want, I deserve. Okay, so if you are having trouble with this, first of all, I would say be patient with yourself, okay? But and don't overthink it, because I know for me sometimes the mind can be so boggling. You can come up with all these different things that I really want, and I've realized when I actually tell myself that all I want is peace, that changes my life. When I say all I want is peace, like literally peace brings me everything, because I was at a point where I was like, all these people in manifestation, it makes me feel like I have to constantly be wanting something. And it's like, no, like, it's actually okay to use my imagination to say, I just want peace. That's it, just peace. And with peace, I know that whatever's right for me will come my way. Sometimes we can get so influenced by what everybody else is having around us. Sometimes we can feel kind of off because of, maybe this person seems that they're always wanting something. And it's actually good to know that you don't actually have to have everything. You don't have to actually need everything. And that is A-okay. Okay, it's good to not actually need something all the damn time, so use your imagination today for what you want. And if it's simply just peace, maybe it's going out to eat, maybe it's meeting up with a friend, like whatever it is, use your imagination to manifest what you want. And all manifestation means, at least to me in my own definition, is bringing something into my existence that I want to experience. That's all that it is. It's bringing something into your existence that you want to experience. I think that's the easiest way to break down manifestation, is you are pulling in an imaginary item that is from the quantum field, and now you're bringing it into your physical reality, right? And we can all do that, because guess what? We all have imagined at some point. When we were kids, we were imagining that we were certain, people. I remember when I was like in middle school, a little bit younger, but middle school, and when I was in high school, I literally used to think that I was the shit, okay? I would put on sunglasses when I go to basketball games. People would be like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I'm famous, I'm well known. And it showed up in my reality because I was always well known in sports. And when I got even to college, when I was living in my college dorm, I was very well known by a lot of people. I was always invited to places. Still to this day, I'm still invited to places. I'm back home now, so it's a little bit maybe different. But the point is that people still want, like, I've always been that person. So to me, it's gonna just get better. It's just gonna get even, because that's just how I have seen my own self and how I've seen my own life. So whatever you want for your life, that's for you. And I continue to use my imagination, excuse me, every day. I don't really force myself. It kind of just comes. And meditation is also a really great way to visualize your life as well. So if you are having issues with this, or you want to start with this, first of all, subscribe to the channel so I can come up with more content, or comment down below a topic. But also make sure that you practice on your own and simply just meditate. I think that's a really great way to do it. If you have any other questions or resources, or want to connect with me, all my stuff is down below in the description box. And make sure that you like this video as well, because it'll spread to other people and help other people out too. So with that being said, I'll see y'all in the next one.